Hello guys, welcome to another video of DevOps. In this video, we are going to discuss about differences and use cases along with concepts about DevOps and DevSecOps. We'll be discussing what is the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps. Okay, these are two different terms being used in DevOps nowadays. We'll be discussing where to use DevOps and where to use DevSecOps as well. So let's begin the video. Let me start by discussing what is DevOps. This I already have made a video about it, so you can go and watch it if you need more details as well about this and other important concept in DevOps. Okay, so DevOps is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. Okay, we can combine the development and operations in one unit and work them as a DevOps from starting your coding to creating continuous integration pipeline to creating continuous deployment pipeline along with doing automation testing with your pipelines and getting the feedback. Okay, so this is the loop of DevOps. The goal is to shorten the development life cycle and deliver high quality software continuously with the DevOps. Okay, because here everything we are using automation and pipelines. Key principles in DevOps: automation, collaboration, continuous integration, and continuous delivery, which I already have explained all of these in detail in my previous video about DevOps. What are the key DevOps practices? Continuous integration, which is nothing but frequent code merging with automated testing. There will be a continuous integration pipeline, or you can say the build pipeline, which will be running to build the code and run the test cases along with scans. Okay, what is continuous delivery? Automating the deployment process up to a staging environment. Okay, whenever your continuous integration pipeline is complete, we run the continuous delivery pipeline to deploy our changes or deploy our code till the staging environment. And in production, we do that manually, not manually, but we approve the pipeline manually for production environment in case of continuous delivery. The third key DevOps practice is infrastructure as code. We code all the infrastructure and keep that in version control so that we can use the CI/CD pipelines or a pipeline to deploy our infrastructure as well. Okay, to just manage the consistency across the environment. You might want to create the same kind of environment in your dev environment, staging and production as well. For that, we keep the infra or we use infrastructure as code to keep our infrastructure ready in the version control. Some of the infrastructure as a code tools are there like Terraform, Azure Bicep, CloudFormation, etc. You can use these tools to manage your infrastructure and keep the code in the version control. The last one is monitoring and feedback loops. We keep continuously monitoring performances and user feedback in DevOps. Now let's discuss what is DevSecOps. Okay, so DevSecOps integrates security into every phase of the DevOps pipeline. This is nothing but adding additional layer of security in the DevOps practices. Okay, Sec is nothing but security in DevSecOps. Okay, if you see this term DevOps and DevSecOps, Sec is nothing but security. If you add one additional layer of security, that is called DevSecOps. This emphasizes left security. Okay, this security measures implemented early in the development phases. This will be implemented early in your continuous integration pipeline, so that all the bugs or whatever you have or whatever issues you have in your code will be just cached early. Okay, main goal. What is the main goal of DevSecOps? To automate and enforce security practices without slowing down the development lifecycle. Okay, we keep automating the things and we add security practices like adding the SonarQube scans, adding the Nexus IQ scans inside your pipelines and doing testing, or adding the code coverage results inside your DevSecOps integration pipeline. Okay, we'll be discussing all these in detail with examples. Now let's discuss the key DevSecOps practices. First, we implement as security as code, automating security checks through code. We can integrate the SonarQube and all other security scan tools inside your pipeline, so that it will all the scans will be done automatically whenever your pipeline is running. Automated security scanning, running vulnerability scans, static code analysis, and penetration testing in CI/CD pipelines. Compliance as code, automating compliance checks to meet industry standard. For example, all this is like PCI. Okay, so all these security related things we can directly implement in our pipeline itself, so that we are compliant to our organization policies. The next one is threat modeling, identifying potential issues in the design phase itself. Now let's discuss the differences. What is the key differences between DevOps and DevSecOps? DevSecOps, DevOps focuses on speed and efficiency, while DevSecOps adds a security layer to this process. So if you or your project requirement is to focus on speed and efficiency, you can choose DevOps. And if you need extra layer of security, you can choose DevSecOps. Okay, you can add DevSecOps inside your project, or you can create your pipelines accordingly. Next is the security integration. In DevOps, security is often handled at the end, but in DevSecOps, security is embedded from the start itself. Whenever you just added the code, or you pushed your code to the main branch, your pipeline will be triggered, and most of the things will be done in that pipeline itself, so that you catch the issues early. Any issues like security related issues or any kind of issues early in your development cycle. Tools. DevOps uses CI/CD tools like Jenkins, Docker, and Kubernetes, while DevSecOps includes security tools like SonarQube, Sync, and Aqua Security, along with Jenkins, Docker, and other tools as well, and even Azure. Okay. DevOps use case example. Consider a scenario like a software company using DevOps to automate their deployment pipeline. Tools: Jenkins for CI, Kubernetes for container orchestration. What will be the impact of using DevOps? Faster time to market, reduced manual intervention because everything is automated via continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines. All the stuff is automated. And higher reliability, since there is zero or very less manual intervention. You can say your pipelines are highly reliable. Now let's discuss DevSecOps use case examples. A fintech company using DevSecOps to ensure compliance with security standards while maintaining speed. Generally, most of the fintech companies or banking sector companies use DevSecOps to add security to their pipelines or their code, because they generally require additional security for their websites or for their data. For DevSecOps, you can use tools Jenkins for CI, SonarQube for security checks, and Aqua Security for container scanning. You can even use Nexus IQ tool to scan your libraries and all in DevSecOps pipelines. What is the impact of DevSecOps? Early issues detection. Okay, you can detect any issues if you have inside your code base early in your development lifecycle. Secure code releases. Since everything is scanned properly, your code in the production will be secure, and it will make sure that there is no security related issues inside your production. Okay, and of course, if everything is secured and all things are completed before in CI/CD pipeline, you will be always compliant according to your organization policies. Let's now talk about the real world example of DevOps. Let's take example of Netflix. Netflix uses DevOps for continuous delivery and microservices architecture. Okay, because this needs automated deployments and frequent updates. Okay, this uses automated deployments using Spinnaker and AWS. What is the impact of using DevOps for Netflix? Frequent updates with zero downtime and improved scalability. Since this requires frequent updates, this Netflix uses DevOps with zero time downtime and improved scalability. Let's take one example of DevSecOps as well. Adobe integrates security into every step of its CI/CD pipeline. They use tools like Aqua Security for container scanning and Sync for vulnerability detection. What is the impact for this? Fast, secure software releases that comply with strict security standards. Okay, so both DevOps and DevSecOps are faster. Generally, we include additional layer of security in the DevSecOps. Now let's discuss the benefits of DevOps and DevSecOps. What are the benefits of DevOps? Faster delivery of feature and bug fixes. Since you don't have any additional layer of security or security scan, SonarQube, Nexus IQ, all these tools, you can deliver your features and bug fixes faster. You don't have to worry about the issues and all. Okay, this improved collaboration between the teams. Of course, we this is the advantage of DevOps, which we have discussed already. Now let's talk about the DevSecOps benefits. What are the benefits? Enhance security without slowing down the development process. Okay, whenever you just code, you can run the scans, and it will just, if you have any security issues, it will just throw you the error, and you can fix that issues. And again, you can merge the code to take into your development environment or rest of the environments. Automated security and compliance checks, which we already discussed using your continuous integration pipeline. Now let's see how you can select or choose between DevOps and DevSecOps. So choose DevOps if you need speed and efficiency, and these are your primary concern. Then you, of course, you can go for DevOps. And in case of DevSecOps, you can choose if your requirement is to operate in a high security or regulated industry. If your requirement to add additional security for your code base or for your applications, you can choose DevSecOps. Security needs to be integrated into the entire development lifecycle, from building the code to deploying the code and even doing the testing as well. Okay, so this is the complete feedback for DevSecOps, from deploying the code, from merging the code, to running the unit test cases, to running the SonarQube scans, to running the Nexus IQ scans, code coverage, and many other these things type of things like compliance checks as well, and finally deploying that and getting the feedback and monitoring as well. So this is the complete loop of DevOps and DevSecOps with additional security. Okay, finally DevOps improves collaboration, speed, and automation. DevSecOps adds security as a key pillar, ensuring that applications are secure from the ground up. Choosing the right approach depends on your project needs and regulatory requirements. Let me just quickly add that again. If you need faster and efficient delivery of your software, you can choose DevOps. But if you need additional security for your code base or for your application, you choose DevSecOps, because everything will be scanned, everything will be done from start to scratch. Okay, that's it from this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.